trying to get out of Jehovah Witnesses. Everything that the Watchtower says that anyone that says anything is fake news. How do we know that that's true? How do we know that the Watchtower is telling the truth? It is not telling the truth. They are lying. They are deceiving you, and you are being lied to as what we were lied to. It's only the mind could open the eyes to see how we would be deceived in the Watchtower. This is said in a loving way, so that you will listen, concentrate on the seriousness of the Watchtower getting worse with its fake news and its lies, and that it's time to leave. It's time to get out once you know the truth. Then you will understand. How is it that there is a loving brotherly organisation where man and woman and children are going to live on a paradise earth and be happy, knocking on doors and preaching, not getting any education, not getting any decent jobs apart from window cleaners, toilet cleaners, builders, plumbers and stuff like that, where we're not living in the kingdom. The paradise, the beautiful paradise that we wanted, was a lie, because that paradise was meant to have happened in 1914, and then the Watchtower changed the wording of the Watchtower. Then 1925, the drunk Rutherford telling people not to have children, people not having children, and that Armageddon was going to come. And then France telling us that in 1975 that Armageddon was going to come, and 1 million Jehovah Witnesses left the organisation. Is that fake news? No, sadly it's not. And the Watchtower took their money and their property and didn't return it to the people who thought that Armageddon was going to come. And then they had the audacity to turn around and say that people had interpreted it wrong when the Watchtower, the Awake, said that it was Armageddon. The book Sons of Everlasting Life, with its diagram charts from the 6,000 years of mankind, that this Armageddon would come. And then in the 80s, the start of child abuse within the organisation, with Barbara Anderson finding files with child abuse, and then excommunications of Raymond Franz and others in the Watchtower, because they only wanted to basically see that the organisation was lying and deceiving people, and the organisation, the Watchtower, made the people that were disassociated look like that they were idiots. But child abuse in the Watchtower organisation is not fake news. You can check it on the Royal Australian Commission. You can check it on news in every single town and place in nearly every kingdom hall in the United States, England and other countries, because of child abuse. You would think that they would safeguard children, protect children, but they allow them to be put into the abuser's hands. And some witnesses may not understand the 2-witness rule. for a witness to be that there has to be two people to witness a child being abused before the organisation will do anything about it. 50,000 people dying from blood transfusions, shunning from people's families, not knowing whether their families care about each other because of the shunning policy in a civilised world that we live in, that this cult, the Watchtower, I'm saying it in a loving, not hateful way, I'm saying it the best way that I think I can say it. People that are LGB who commit suicide because this organisation makes them like that they will not receive everlasting life in a paradise earth. This Watchtower is taking your money, owning the kingdom halls that you built and that congregations paid off the mortgage to the Watchtower, and they're selling the Watchtowers off, kingdom halls, to pay for paedophiles. Pennsylvania had 5 ministerial servants and elders in a case. There are many other issues, but think of those that are dying from not having blood transfusions. The liaison elders making sure, packing themselves round like a pack of wolves, making sure that people die from not having a blood transfusion. Fake news is not necessarily against the Watchtower, it's against the civilised principled beliefs that are not normal. Lying to people about Armageddon, lying to people about the generation, lying to people about the history, lying to people about child abuse, allowing those that have been abused, refusing to pay them off or to shut them up, paying contracts so that they won't say anything bad. All the elders care about is that the organisation is clean. They are like the Freemasons, controlling people, not allowing people to have minds to think, and that everything that is opposite of the Watchtower or the meetings or the Bible studies is from Satan, which is just a way of mind controlling people. Why is it that you Google the Watchtower and it's bad news? Not everybody is persecuting Jehovah Witnesses, which they use to put fear into people to make it look like the organisation is being persecuted. In Russia it wasn't persecution, it was because it wasn't confined to the laws of Russia, and that they were extreme situations like what we see in Japan of forcing children and people to have not blood transfusions, and so it's acting like a cult and not acting like a church. And thousands of people are coming out, but it takes them a long time to sort their lives out. And still those that have been shunned are still not seeing their families. Those that are PMOs need to come out and tell the truth about Jehovah Witness organisation. The people have done no wrong. The elders are responsible. Even the Watchtower and the governing body. That's probably why they took Anthony Morris out for being a drunk. We're not the judge, but we know it is time for you to get out so that you can be free and live your life how you want to live it, because it's a waste of time knocking on people's doors when all of this is a lie and a deception. And it's said in love to every Jehovah Witness.